Hello, everyone. In the week 6 assignment, I would like to tell you you want to doing amazing and interesting job. Trust me. So what we want to do? First, we want to write some simple enrollment for Bellevue students. So before I go too deep in this assignment, I would like to ask you to read all of the concept I wrote in this assignment week 6 carefully with details. So after that, I would like to run the program. When you run the program, we have 4 options. In the first option, they tell you insert new information for a student or students. So if I choose option 1, they give me this chance. The second one, if we write this information and then save it in the file and we figure out we made mistake, we want to update it. So at this point, you should choose option 2 for update the information. And option 3, print all information you save in the file, and 4, exit the program. Before I go to the insert information, I want to make sure we don't have any file. So I print 3. So they mentioned that no file found yet, insert students first, and again back to this menu. So what should I do? Right now, I want to insert information. I choose 1, insert new information, enter, mentioned how many students do you want to insert? Right now, I would like to say 2. Ask me, okay, they mentioned that enter a student from 1 as 2. So the first student is, what is the first name? Okay, the last name is Azizian. What is major is computer science. A student's ID, try to write unique student's ID, guys, that I mentioned here. So this is 1, 2, 3 student's ID. And what is GPA? GPA is 3.5, for example. And when you hit enter, they ask you, okay, enter students 2. What is the first name? Sarah. And what's last name? For example, Brown. Major is cybersecurity. Cyber security. The student ID is 456 and GPA is 2.9. Enter. And they tell you, okay, that is what you enter. You enter 2 students, Sasan and Sarah, and that is all information. Confirm, you save it. If I say confirm it, I say it's saved in your file. And then I say, yes, I confirm the information. Hit enter. And when you said wrote students in this file, so it's created the file with the name of students info and write all of information here. So if I go here, let me bring where they create the file. Okay. So they create this file, students info. If I open this file, you can see we have 2 students here. Student first one and second one. All of them is here. So, and here, right now I want to print all of the students information for this file. I write 3. And as you can see, they give me the list of everything are available in the list. And all of a sudden I figured, oh, okay, for Sarah, I wrote something wrong. The major is computer science, that's cybersecurity. And also GPA is 3.9. So I want to change it. So this time I print update information. I choose option 2. And here they ask you, so enter the student's ID to update. So they give you all of the list of all of the students in the list. And the student's ID for the Sarah is 456. And here they mentioned you, okay, what's the first name? The first name is Sarah. Is it correct? I say, okay, this time I write it with capital, Enter. What's first last name? So last name is Brown. I change it to capital. And the major right now is cybersecurity. What do you want to change it? Computer science. And what is a student's? A student's ID is 456 is correct. And GPA is 3.9. And if I hit enter, they mention that, okay, the new information is Sarah with capital Brown, computer science, a student ID is 456 and GPA 3.9. Confirm to save it. If I say yes and hit enter, they mention they wrote this information and again they print. This time is print with capital. But I want to double check it. I go to the file. I open this guys. And these guys is capital Sarah, Brown, computer science, and GPA is 3.9 and is updated. And if I want to exit it, we should choose 4. So far, so good. And it's a goodbye. Have a good one. So that is your job for this week. But let me explain what you want to do. So after you download the file and open it, then you can see the demo. So you have this file. So actually the whole of project, we have 3 classes. The demo classes, read information, and students classes. Let's first explain what is the demo classes. So you don't need to change anything on these classes. So they write here, Bellevue University. So what you see, the 4 options. And also if you choose, go from this here. So here, first we create object from this class, read information with the name of IO. Then I create array, guys, because maybe you want to write 10 students, 2 students. We should write these students in the array. So here is read information max. I think it's 200. I will go is statics class. I wrote it here. I go to this class after I explain demo students. And then for the first thing, I want to load from file. I want to know how many information are in the file. And these guys, these methods are available. I will show you in the while. And then you learned how you get information from the console in the discussion board. So here I create a scanner, new scanner from system.in. When you write system.in, it means that it's ready to get information from the keyboard. And we import Java util scanner. So make sure you import Java util scanner whenever you write a scanner. And then I create a while loop. And until this while loop work, until you hit 4, and then running will be false. So while will be stop. So let's go in the switch case. If you choose 1, they tell you go to the insert flow. If you choose 2, go to the update flow method. And if you choose 3, go to the print from file. So IO, as I mentioned, that is the object from the read informations. So let's go a step to a step. What is your job? Your job is complete this insert for flow for insert information, complete update flow, and print from file. I wrote it for you and it is what it is. So do not change it. So you have to only complete 2 methods. So let's go to this file. So here is the read informations. In the read information, we mentioned the name of the file is student info here. The maximum array you can write it is 200 students. So do not change this part. And also the header is first name, last name, major, students, and GPA. So I write it here for convenience. and load information, load from file. First, before we are doing, I would like to know how many items are available in the file. So it's call it, we call load from, and we read students. So I sent this array. If I go here, so you do not change anything. So they take a look at, go to the information, and if it was so read file, if it was available, they mentioned it's available, how many items are in this file. So you are not doing anything here. Just take a look at this file, what I did, and make sure you understand well. The second part is print file from file. So again, this part is available, is connected to file, read all of information, and print it. Print all of information for you. So like if I go here again and run it, and this time option print all file, print, what they mentioned that, no, okay, that's another, because it is that. So let me go here. If this time I go here and I run it, it's 3. They mentioned that, okay, you have 2 information. So these part are available. So you do not need to do anything. The only thing is these 2 methods, insert flow and update flow. Back to the root file. So this is completed. This is okay, print file. This is okay. You don't need to change anything. So insert file. For the insert file, first ask you how many students do you want to insert? 2, 3, 10, any students. Any students the customer can write it. And as you know, when you get information from the console, it is a string. You have to convert it to integer. That is what we did. And also I wrote it, if is this the customer or the operator write by chance less than 0 or equals 0, write nothing to insert. And if more than 200 is a not enough capacity, correct? So that is available. You don't need to change anything. So you have to write your code here to do. So at the demo, we call this method io.insertFlow. If you click Control and go to the insert flow, click on that, you can see here. What we sent here, we sent a scanner, the list of the students, and accounts. Accounts, how many accounts are available? Let's back here. What is CS? A scanner, we create just one scanner. And students, what is students? Students is array you created. And counts. Counts means how many information are available right now. Right now it was, for the first time, it's 0. So load from file. You don't have anything right now for the first time. So go to the here, and then you write your code. So you should write exactly what you saw in when I run it. Ask you what is the first name. For example, here I write it, how many students, you write 2, and then ask, okay, what's the first name? What's the second name? What's the family name? What's the major? What's GPA? All of the information what you saw. And then you put it in the array. You create object as a students. Here is a students, guys, and this class is available. You have not changed anything. So every information the operator entered, you should get it and then create a student's object. So first name, last name, major, student's ID, GPA. This is all information. I give it to the system. And when you get it through a scanner, you have to create object for a student, correct? So when you create the first object, you have to save it in the array, students. We have it. Take a look at take a look at this array. We have an array of students. It means that you have to array of objects. So for the first information students, you create object, you save it at this array. For the second one, you get object, you save it at this information to this array. And all of them should be done. When all of information you got it from the operator, then before you want to save it, you should show it and tell it, okay, did you confirm it or not? Like what you saw, I show you. And if I confirm it, then at that point, you write information to this file, to the file, the student's info. That is the first one, first job, to do one. The second one is update. So here, when you choose the second, when you choose the student's ID, then you have the permission to update it. You have to write your update file. But don't forget, before you update, you have to show the list of all information in the for a operator to make sure which students need to be updated. So to wrap it up, this assignment, you have 3 classes, demo students, all are available. You don't need to change anything. A student's class, object, and the class are available. Please take a look at carefully and understand what I did. We have the 5 fields and then a constructor, and then create a setter getter for each of them. And in setter getter, I used a validation. And at the end, we use how you can show it from line. And also I used toString. You know what's the meaning of toString. And then after that, you only need go to this class and write the code for insert and update flow. So far, so good. And the last things, I want to show you one more time how this project is working. If again I run it, clear. If again I run it, so when you run your project, you see these guys. And then I should like, okay, insert. If I insert it, how many students? Right now, you know, it is a string. If I pass it this one, you should convert it to the integer. So what is the first name? Like this time it is Luke. The last name is BJ, and major is software, and a student ID is 789, and GPA is 4.5. Take a look at this, guys. When I hit enter, they mentioned that they correct it for you. GPA, everything you write more than 4, they correct it to the 4. And confirm to save, yes, I confirm it. And then it's saved in the list. They show you. I want to make sure it was saved. I print it. And then we can save everything here. And I bring the file, open it. 3 students' information are here. So please start working on that. And if you have any question, let me know. Have a good one and good luck.